In this video, we're going to go over the EB3 visa processing times for June and July 2026. Welcome back, everybody. This is John from EB3.Work. And in this video, we're going to show you how you can check your PERM processing time, your I-140 processing time, and how to read the Visa Bulletin. So let's get into it. As we normally do, I show you how to do it yourself. So we're going to go to Google and type in PERM processing time, and we'll check the PERM processing times. The first result should be flag.DOL.gov. So we're going to click on that. This is what it looks like. You're going to come down to where you just scroll down slowly till PERM processing times and make a note of when it was last updated. It was May 31st, which is today's June 19th. So it's been about 3 weeks. And under processing queue, you're going to look at analyst review, and under priority date, you're going to look at this month. So it says April 2025, which means that the Department of Labor is now processing and approving PERM cases that were filed in April 2025. Keep in mind, this was last updated on May 31st. In our office, we've been receiving PERM cases that were filed in May 2025, certifications and approvals. The priority date is the date that your PERM was filed. That's very important. So that is the PERM. They're approving PERM cases that were filed in May 2025. So this should be updated shortly. They usually update this around the first of the month. The second step after the PERM is approved is the I-140. So let's just go to I-140 processing time in Google. And the first result should be USCIS.gov. So click on that. And this is what it looks like. And then we're going to choose under Form, I-140, under Category, EB-3, and SCOPS for the Service Center, and then click Get Processing Time. And we can see that 80% of I-140 cases in the unskilled worker or other worker category are approved within 7.5 months. Some are much faster. Some are within a month, within a couple of weeks. Others are a little bit longer, so the average is 7.5 months. So that's the I-140. There is premium processing for the I-140 as an option, and but because in the other worker, unskilled worker category, the priority date is far enough in the future, premium processing on the I-140 does not speed up the overall processing time. It just speeds up the I-140, so it doesn't really benefit you in the long run overall if you're looking at overall processing time improvement. So the final step to look at is the Visa Bulletin. So we'll go back to Google and we'll type in Visa Bulletin, and this is at the Department of State. So PERM is Department of Labor, I-140 is USCIS, and the Visa Bulletin is Department of State. This is what it looks like. We'll click on the July 2026 Visa Bulletin. We're going to scroll down past Family Sponsor Preferences to Employment-Based Preferences. And we are in the third category at EB3.Work under Other Workers. And so there are two tables. Table 1 is called Final Action Dates. Table 2 is called, or Table B, I'm sorry, is called Dates for Filing. And the one that we're looking at is the Other Workers. It's a subcategory of the third EB3, so Other Workers. Now, we need to know what table to look at. And so there's a link under Table B to USCIS. So we'll click on that and scroll down for next month, employment-based, and it says you must use the Final Action Dates chart. So we're going to go back, and Final Action Dates is Chart A. So we're going to look at this date right here. This covers all areas except for these 4 countries. Mexico is the same, and Philippines is just 3 months back. And this is day, month, year. So this is March 1st, 2022. And this is called the priority date cutoff date. And what it means is if your PERM was filed before this date, then you can proceed with filing for adjustment of status. And if you're in the U.S., if you're outside the U.S., it means that your consular interview appointment should be issued anytime. So you're in the final stages of the EB3 process. So that is how you read the Visa Bulletin. And as we always do, I want to add a quick message about how you can control and help speed up the overall EB3 processing time. There's an act that has been introduced to Congress called the Dignity Act, and we have it on the top of our website. If you click Support Now, the main way that the Dignity Act helps EB3 visa applicants is that there is a quota every year, I'll show you right here, of 10,000 for the other workers, 10,000 to other workers. And that's the category that we operate in. The problem is that 10,000, family members get counted in the 10,000. So what that means is if I'm applying for the EB3 and I'm married and I have 3 children, that means 5 get counted against the 10,000. What the Dignity Act would do is it would say the whole family unit counts as 1. So instead of counting 5 against the 10,000, it counts just 1 against the 10,000, whether just the workers applying or the worker and 7, 8 family members, only 1 gets counted toward the quota. By doing that, it would have the effect of moving the state forward. So instead of March 1st, 2022, it can move forward to 2024. And that's what we want. We want the Visa Bulletin cutoff date to move forward, because that means that your overall processing time is going to be faster. We feel that it should be no more than 2 years, 24 months, instead of the 48 plus months that it is right now. So definitely on our website, we make it super easy. If you click on Contact Your Representatives, you can click on this. If you're in the U.S., it tells you who your representatives are, and then you can just kind of copy and paste our email to send to them, fill in your name. If you are outside the U.S. or you just want an easier way, you can call the White House. This is a recorded line. They don't ask you any information. They don't know who you are. And it will, the more people that call, the more they pay attention to it. One thing that people don't realize is that there are so many, our elected officials deal with so many different issues. And the people, the issues that get the most attention are the ones that get acted on. And so the more people that email their representatives or call the White House, the more this stays on the front burner, and the better. And so definitely, if you have a minute, that's one thing that you can control to help speed up the overall EB3 processing times. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them below. We try to answer them as quickly as possible. And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.